What is up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here with another video, and we're here to do our Week 17 predictions. And also, I want to tell you guys, Happy New Year. And the year is 2022. 2021 has come to an end, and now it's 2022, which we're gonna start our first video with the new year. So before we get to this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and comment down your predictions on your section below, on the comment section below, and see who you think will win Week 17. So we're going to get started. Last week I went 11-5, which I did good. So let's get things started. All right, next game we have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Buffalo Bills. Ooh, this is a big number. Buffalo's favored by 14.5. As I'm looking towards the matchup, I mean, the Bills' defense versus the Falcons' offense. I mean, what we saw from last week versus the Patriots, the Bills' pass defense played really well, though. They was able to create turnovers, and they were able to create pressure a little bit, and how the way they crowd the box. I like how the way they did that. Atlanta, on the other hand, they're just terrible. They're starting to keep their season alive and all that. And plus, Atlanta seems like they're like a tricky team. And plus, their defense, it's not as bad as you think. AJ Terrell could be a little solid, but the pass rush is kind of inconsistent, though. And plus, the Bills' running game doesn't exist. And plus, I feel like this is a bad matchup for Atlanta because here's the thing. Atlanta doesn't have a great pass defense. I think the Bills' offense might have success passing the ball on them, and plus, give the ball to Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, and these other receivers. All the receivers plus the tight end are going to have a big day. Dawson Knox, Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley's playing, especially Emmanuel Sanders if he's playing too. The Bills' offense is going to have explosive plays. So, yeah, with that being said, the Bills seem like they're a high-powered offense to me. And plus, the Falcons And plus, I don't really think Atlanta's going to be able to do enough offensively to keep pace. But as long as Matt Ryan plays good, I think he can. But I just kind of feel like I'm going to take the Bills because I just feel like the Bills are the better team, and I'm taking them 34-16. I just think that their offense is going to have a big day. Their defense is going to slow down Matt Ryan. Plus, they're going to get in coverage this game because I don't even know where Calvin Ridley's at. But Kyle Pitts, he's still playing. So I think maybe if one of the Bills' safeties, put Micah Hyde or Jordan Poyer on Kyle Pitts. And plus, I think maybe Levi Wallace or Teron Johnson or Dane Jackson can either cover Calvin Ridley or Cordell Patterson. Well, I forgot Cordell Patterson is a running back, but yeah. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take the Bills to win, and I will take the Bills to cover. All right, next game, we have the New York Giants versus Chicago Bears. Bears are favored by 6 points. You know what? I think this game right here is going to be very interesting, though, because as I found out last week that the Bears are starting to play with a little heart and passion, and also they were able to put up a fight against the Seattle Seahawks. They were able to put up a fight last week against the Seahawks. Nick Foles, he scored a touchdown late. Matt Nagy's play calling did work. So, yeah. And plus, on the other hand, the Giants are terrible. They stink. Their offense is bad, especially without Daniel Jones, especially their defense is so inconsistent. You know what? And plus, the Bears' offense has been playing really good recently, but hasn't been playing that bad. But But you know what? Darnell Mooney is really good. I mean, Allen Robinson seems like he's a little bit overrated. And David Montgomery is a little bit solid, but yeah. But you know what? I think the Bears win. But you know what? I don't really know who the Giants quarterback's going to be. Because I think they're starting Jake Fromm or Mike Glennon. Like, I'm really not sure. So to me, this is going to be really good to watch. But it's not as bad. But you know what? I'm going to take the Bears to win this game 23-12. I mean, I just feel like Justin Fields, if he's playing this game, I mean, the Bears can win. I just kind of feel like Justin Fields will be a little bit too much. I mean, he's going to go over a couple yards. I mean, yeah. Darnell Mooney's going to have a big game. And plus, the Bears' run defense is not as... So, yeah. But I think the Bears' defense plays well this game. So, yeah. So I don't really think the Giants are going to do enough offensively to keep up with the Bears. Because they've been struggling to score 20 points, especially without Daniel Jones. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take the Bears to win this game and to cover. And I believe Fields will have a field day. For this is the last home game of the Bears. All right, next game, which one of the best games of the week, we got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Chiefs are favored by 5. Now, this game right here can barely go either way. But you know what? I'm looking towards the matchup, though, because here's the thing. The Bengals offense versus the Chiefs defense. Now, here's what I'm thinking about Cincy's offense. Now, Cincy's offense, I mean, Joe Burrow, I mean, he's been playing really good. I mean, he had a big game last week versus the Ravens. I mean, the offense went off on them. I mean, they ran all over them. But you know what? We can see them do this to the Chiefs too because I don't really know the Chiefs secondary. I mean the Chiefs. I mean their secondary is playing really good. So maybe we can put either L'Jarius Sneed or Charvarius Ward maybe on Jamar Chase or T Higgins and CJ Azuma. I mean maybe they might have a matchup for him. Maybe you can put Tyrann Mathieu on them. So. Yeah, and plus their run defense is playing really good. But you know what? I think maybe if they can slow down Joe Mixon and all that. So, yeah, I mean, the Chiefs defense has been doing a really good job defending the run really good. And they've been defending the pass really well, too. Because they did that all last week versus Steelers. But the Chiefs, I mean, on the other hand, the Bengals, I mean, their run defense is solid. I mean, their pass rush. I mean, Trey Hendrickson has been like a beast to this team. I mean, yeah. I mean, if the Bengals, if the Bengals slow down, if they can at least get pressure on Pat Mahomes and probably force some turnovers, then they might win this game. But I think the Chiefs' offense has been looking like themselves recently. Because what I'm thinking about the Chiefs' offense, their offense was capable of moving the ball against tough defenses. Because we see them run all over the Steelers. I mean, they really attacked this Steeler defense. So yeah, I mean Byron Pringle must have had a big day, but Tyreek Hill, I don't know. But Travis Kelce should be back for this game, so that'll be an exciting offense to see both these teams. But you know what? The Bengals secondary, I'm a little concerned though, because I don't really know if they're gonna have a matchup for Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce. Maybe they can put at least Jesse Bates or Von Bell on them. But I don't know if they're gonna have a matchup for Tyreek Hill because Tyreek Hill could be could be the best receiver. But you know what? I'm too nervous to say the Bengals are going to pull off an upset because their offense is special. But I think this game right here can go either way, and it could be a high-scoring game. But I'm thinking if the Bengals can at least win out, then I'm thinking that Cincy's probably going to be first place in the AFC North. But if KC wins, then I'm guessing that the Chiefs will probably get that 1 seed. But you know what? I don't really care where the game is, but I think this game will be fun to watch, and it will be a shootout. It will be a high-scoring game, and it will be super close. But I think I'm probably going to take the Chiefs to win this game 130-27. I mean, I just think the Chiefs defense is starting to play some toughness right now. I mean, for the last couple of weeks, they were able to keep teams out of the red zone. So yeah. But if the Chiefs, if they could get up early, like the score is like 17-0 in the first half, they might blow the Bengals out, which I wouldn't be shocked if they did. So yeah. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win, but I'm gonna take the points though, because I think since he's gonna try to score on KC, and they might try to come back on them, but I think they're gonna come up short. So I think, because the Bengals, they've been able to, since they've been getting blowed out a little bit, they were able to at least almost come back on them. Like they were able to almost make comebacks. So yeah, but I wouldn't be shocked if they tried to almost come back on them. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the 5 points with the Bengals, but I'll take the Chiefs to win this game because I just feel like KC is just a better team. They have a better coach and they have a better quarterback. So yeah, so I take the Bengals with the points, but I'll take the Chiefs to win this game, and hopefully that'll help the Chiefs fight for that number 1 seed. Next game, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Tennessee Titans. All right, Titans are -3. Now, this game right here can barely go either way. So I believe this game right here is going to be fun to watch, and it can go either way though, because the Dolphins are really fighting to at least clinch a playoff spot, and Titans are fighting to clinch the AFC South. So this could be fun to watch. Now, as I look at this, I mean, it could go either way because here's the thing. The Dolphins' defense has been playing really good. And also their offense has been playing really good since Tua came back. But you know what? Their passing attack is really good. I mean, Jalen Waddle had a big day last week. And plus, their defense played well against Ian Book. I mean, they made Ian Book look bad. So, yeah. On the other hand, I mean, the Titans, they were able to put up a fight against the 49ers. I mean, their defense played really well, and plus, the offense played well. I mean, A.J. Brown looked good off the injury. So, yeah, and also Tannehill starting to play a little bit good, playing a little bit well. But you know what? This is an either-way type game because here's the thing. The Titans don't really have a great secondary. And plus, the Dolphins, I mean, they got some weapons on offense that are really good and that can really cause the Titans' secondary a lot of problems. So, yeah, and plus, I don't really know if they do have any corners, though, who's going to be able to cover Waddle and Parker or something. But I think they might have a matchup for Gesicki. Maybe they can put Kevin Byard on him. So, yeah. So, and also, their run defense is solid. Because here's the thing. Their run defense their pass rush been playing really good. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, here's the thing. I kind of feel like this is a bad matchup for Miami because here's the thing. Miami's offensive line is not great, and plus the Titans have a really great pass rush, and they can be able to dictate the pace, and they can be able to get after Tua and give Tua a tough time. So yeah, so I think the Dolphins' run game not being good. I think the Titans' defense, they should be able to at least step up a little bit. And plus, their offensive line, Tennessee's offensive line it's not as bad, but it's okay. But it's not as great as it used to be, but it's okay. And plus, their run game. Their running game has not been looking great, especially without Derrick Henry. And especially, that's going to allow Miami's defense to at least give the running game issues. And plus, their passing game for Tennessee is really good. Like, we can really see the Dolphins' defense give Tannehill some issues. Like, the Dolphins got some solid cornerbacks. So I'm thinking they will have some matchups for A.J. Brown and Julio Jones, because Julio Jones has not been great. So maybe they can at least put Xavier Howard maybe on Julio or A.J. Brown or something. Or else maybe they can put on. I think he can play. I think he can at least switch. I think Howard can switch up though, but I don't know. So yeah. So I don't really know. But you know what? This game can go either way though. And plus, Tannehill is playing against his former team. So yeah, but you know what? Since it's in Tennessee, I think this game will be close though. But we can see Miami pull off an upset, but I think it's gonna be close though. But I think it's gonna be a little bit of a defensive game. But I don't know. But due to the fact Derrick Henry is not there, I really don't care. So the Titans, they were still able to win some games without him, but I'm picking Tennessee to win this game 24-19. Titans are at home, and I just feel like they're just a better team. They have a better coach, and they're at home. So, yeah. And I just think they're going to control the line of scrimmage, and I think they're going to control time of possession in this game. And I think they can be able, and that can be able that, if they can at least do these things like control the clock and keep Tua on the sidelines, then Tennessee will win the game. But if they at least, because look, if Miami can control the clock and keep Tannehill on the sidelines, then I think the Dolphins could win. So yeah. So by the way, I'm gonna go with the Titans to win, but I'm gonna take the points though, because I think Miami's gonna keep it close, and I think their defense could play very tough in this game because Brian Flores is a great defensive coach, so he might be able to scheme things out. So yeah. So I think the Dolphins do cover the points, but I will take the Titans to win the game. And hopefully this could be the Ryan Tannehill revenge game, and that can probably help them clinch the AFC South. Next game, we have the Raiders versus the Indianapolis Colts. Indy's favored by 6.5. Now, I kind of call it a trap game for some reason because I didn't really know if Carson Wentz was going to be available because he was on the COVID list. But you know what? I'm going to erase that because since I found out Wentz is going to play, I'm thinking that the Colts will. I won't call it a trap game, though. Now, here's the thing. The Raiders' run defense is really good. And plus, the Colts' offensive line is solid. Now, I'm looking towards a matchup. I'm looking with the Raiders' pass rush versus the Colts' offensive line. The Colts' offensive line, they're great at run blocking. And plus, Jonathan Taylor has been one of the best running backs in the league since Derrick Henry was out. Like we seen what the Colts did last week. I mean, they ran all over the Cardinals. I mean, their defense played the pass well. They played the run well. So, yeah. On the other hand, we can really see this game go either way, though, because here's the thing. I kind of feel like Carr is a better quarterback than Wentz, because here's the thing. Derek Carr seems like he's more consistent of a passer than Carson Wentz. Because I don't think Wentz is that great. But you know what? I think and plus the Raiders secondary is not as good. So I think what the Colts can do offensively, I think they can give Wentz. I think Wentz could have time, and I think T.Y. Hilton or Michael Pittman has a big day. So they can find a way to run all over them. And plus, I think they can extend drives in this game. Like create play action. So, yeah. So we can see this game go either way, though. But you know what? I think it's going to be closer, though. But you know what? I think it could be defensive game because the Raiders' defense is underrated and the Colts' defense is a little bit underrated, but not great. They both don't have great defenses, but their offenses are very solid. But you know what? I think this game right here is going to be super close. I mean, Raiders can barely pull off an upset, though. But you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders won, but you know what? I mean, how the way Frank Reich, he's starting to get things right, and his play calling has been really good. You know what? I'm probably gonna go with the Colts to win this game, 24-20. I mean, I just feel like the Colts are just a better team, and also they have a better coach and they're at home. So yeah, and plus, I think that Jonathan Taylor's gonna have another big day, and hopefully he could be the MVP coming up. So yeah, because here's the thing: if the Raiders can control the clock in this game and keep Carson Wentz and Jonathan Taylor on the field, then I think the Raiders win this game. But I think the Colts will control the clock this game and keep Carr on the sidelines. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the Colts to win, but I'll take the points though. I'll take the 6.5 because I think the Raiders are gonna try to keep up with Indy. So yeah, and plus the Colts don't have any corners because I don't really know if they do have a matchup for Hunter Renfrow. Maybe can put Kenny Moore on him. I mean, I don't know where Darren Waller's at. So yeah, and plus the Colts have a better offense though. They have more weapons. I mean, the Raiders' weapons on offense, it's starting to get a little worse. So yeah. So I'm going to take the 6.5 points with the Raiders, but I will take the Colts to win the game. All right, next game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus New England Patriots. Patriots are favored by 15.5. Whoa, that's a big number. But you know what? I'm going to keep this one short, though, because we already know that it's going to be both rookie quarterbacks playing against each other. But as I can tell, that Mac Jones has been playing a lot better than Trevor Lawrence. But don't get me wrong, Mac Jones is playing a lot better than Trevor Lawrence because Mac Jones, he's been getting better throughout the season. While Trevor Lawrence, he's starting to get worse. Now here's why. Jacksonville has been struggling to score 30 points a game. But they were almost able to put up a fight against the Jets. But you know what? Their offense is not good. And plus, the Patriots, have a really great defense. Like they can find a way to at least dominate this game and dominate Trevor Lawrence. But this is what I'm saying. Now, Bill Belichick is facing against a rookie quarterback, which he often confuses a rookie quarterback. So I think I think the defensive play calling and the game plan will work for New England. And plus, Jacksonville's defense is not that good. And plus, the Patriots do have some weapons on offense that can cause the Jags defense problems. I mean, I just feel like Mac Jones, he's going to thrive. And, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar. And Damian Harris, they're just going to run all over Jacksonville. And their defense is going to make Trevor Lawrence look bad and all that. So, yeah. There's no way that I'm picking Jacksonville to beat the Patriots. Because Jacksonville, they're a bad team. So, yeah. They're like the worst team in football. So, by the way, I got the Patriots beating the Jags 35-16. I got them blowing out the Jags because I believe that the Patriots are going to score a lot of points, and I think their defense makes more plays. And plus, I think they bounce back after coming off 2 losses. I think they get motivated. So, yeah. So, give me the Patriots to win this game and easily cover this game. And they should easily destroy Jacksonville. All right. Next game, we have the Carolina Panthers versus the New Orleans Saints. Saints are favored by 6.5. Now, this game can a little bit go either way, though, because I'm looking to see who's going to play quarterback. Whether it's going to be Taysom Hill, because I believe Taysom Hill is going to play this week. Don't get me wrong. I think he's going to play this week because, he didn't play versus the Dolphins because he was on the COVID list. But you know what? The Saints offense did not look really good. Last week, especially without Taysom Hill, it looked very awful. Ian Book was terrible. He was running into sacks. He didn't complete a pass really well. So, yeah. And plus, as we already heard, that the Panthers are going to start Sam Darnold over Cam Newton because Cam Newton lost the starting job. But we really know it's sad. I know it's kind of disappointing and it sucks to say that Cam Newton lost the starting job. But you know what? Cam Newton, since he signed with the team, he was terrible and he got benched a couple times. That's kind of disappointing. But you know what? I think this game can go either way, though, because here's the thing. Last time when these two teams played, the Panthers really, really beat them. Now, here's the thing. Their defense really slowed down the run. They defended the pass really well. They really made Jameis Winston look bad. But you know what? The Saints' defense did not look great last week, but it played a little good, but not enough. But you know what? It could, but the Saints' defense, for the last couple weeks, has been playing well. Cameron Jordan is solid. DeMario Davis is good. Marcus Davenport is really good. And plus, the secondary is not that bad, though. And also, the Panthers' defense is so inconsistent, though. But you know what? I think the Saints can run the ball on Carolina because they know Carolina's weakness is the run defense. And plus their pass defense is the weakness. So I think that the Saints offense is going to do a good job moving the ball and all that. And I think they're going to control time possession and all that. So yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm going to pick Carolina to sweep the Saints. I mean, they're not going to beat the Saints 2 times in a row. I mean, I'm just saying they're not. I mean, Sean Payton has owned the Panthers for like years since he entered in the league. So yeah. So I picked the Saints last time, but they didn't win. But you know what? Think there's gonna be a low scoring game and a little bit of a defensive game. But I'm gonna go with the Saints to win 20-17. I mean, I just feel like the Saints are just a more talented team. They have a better coach. They're at home. So yeah. So I got the Saints winning this game, but I'm gonna take the points though with the Panthers because I think because first when Sam Darnold. Because when he first signed with the team, I mean, he played really well. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be close because I think that Sam Darnold's going to try to keep pace. So yeah. So I'm gonna take the points with the Panthers, but I'll take the Saints to win the game. Next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New York Jets. Tampa Bay is favored by 13 points. Big number. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this game because we already know that the Jets are terrible. I mean, they're still a bad team, even though they won last week because they put up a fight against the Jags. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna beat Tampa because here's the thing about the Jets. Their offense is terrible and their defense sucks. So I think Tampa Bay is going to have success moving the ball against the Jets defense and expose the weakness of the Jets defense. I mean, AB, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Mike Evans, if he's playing, they're just going to run all over them. I mean, I feel like Ronald Jones is going to run all over them too. So, yeah, I mean, Tom Brady, he's going to have a big day. He's going to throw the ball for over 200 yards a game and good completions and pass attempts. So, yeah. And plus, their defense is going to crowd the box. They're going to play the run well. They're going to play the pass really well. I mean, yeah. So I think with the Bucs, with the cornerbacks they have, I think they're going to match up really well. I think we can either put Carlton Davis, Demel Dean, or Sean Button. I think we can put one of these corners maybe on Elijah Moore or Corey Davis. I don't really know. So, yeah. So, by the way, I got the Bucs winning this game 37-13. I mean, the Bucs are just a better team. They have a better coach and a better quarterback. I mean, no question to that. So, by the way, the Bucs should easily destroy the Jets. So, yeah. So, give me the Bucs to win this game and the Bucs to cover. Next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington football team. Philly's favored by 3.5. Now, this game can go either way, though, because here's the thing. Now, as I'm looking at the matchup, though, they both match up well, really good. So, yeah, because Washington's run defense is very solid, though. I mean, here's the thing. They really couldn't defend the run last week versus the Cowboys. Because the Cowboys ran all over them. And plus, their pass defense stinks. So, yeah. So, I'm thinking this can allow the Eagles' ability, to pass the ball on them. I mean, Devonta Smith is really good. Dallas Goedert is really good. I mean, they could have a big day and probably run for a couple yards and to at least extend drives. And plus, Miles Sanders, who's a great running back who can at least run, can at least go for a lot of rushing yards and carries for a game. So, yeah. And plus, the Eagles' defense is solid, though. They've been playing really well. And plus, their corners, and plus, their pass defenses play really good. So, yeah. So, I think the Eagles, I mean, outside Darius Slay, they don't have nobody else. And plus, Washington has, I mean, their offense did not look really well versus Philly. I mean, Taylor Heineke, I mean, the Cowboys' defense made Heineke look bad. So, yeah, so I think Philly's going to try. I mean, last time Washington's defense kind of made Jalen Hurts look bad until like the end of the quarter. It played really well until like the second half where they start to not play well. I mean, they let Jalen Hurts go off. I mean, yeah. They just let the Eagles run all over them. So, yeah. So, I'm thinking the Eagles with their secondary, I think maybe we can put Darius Slay on Terry McLaurin, which that would be a good matchup. So, yeah. And plus, they should be able to slow down the run really good. So, yeah. But you know what? Washington still doesn't have a quarterback, and plus, I have no faith in them. I mean, I feel like their season's done. I mean, they don't have a quarterback. I mean, and their defense is so inconsistent. I mean, and their offense is very inconsistent. No, I can't take them anymore. I can't trust them no longer. I mean, I don't think they're not gonna have much to play for because I feel like after that loss against the Cowboys, I mean, they're not gonna make the playoffs. I mean, I feel like they're not gonna make the playoffs. I mean, Philly is trying to look to at least clinch a playoff spot if they win. So they're looking closer to doing that. So, yeah, but I know it's in Washington, but it doesn't really matter where the game is. But I think it's going to be a little bit of a defensive game. And I think it's going to be close. But you know what? I'm going to take the Eagles to win 23-19. I just kind of feel like the Eagles are just playing better football right now. They have a better quarterback. And they're just a more complete team. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think Jalen Hurts has a big day. So, I'm going to take the Eagles to win. But I will take the points, though, the 3.5, because I think Washington's going to try to at least keep up a little bit, keep a little pace with Philly. Because I think their offense is capable. Their offense can be good enough to do that. But I don't think they're going to be able to do enough to score a lot of points. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take Washington to cover plus a 3.5. But I'll take the Eagles to win the game. And hopefully they can be able to at least clinch a playoff spot. Next game, we have the Denver Broncos versus the LA Chargers. Chargers are favored by 6.5. You know what? This game can go either way, though. This game's, it can, but it's going to be fun to watch, and it's the most important game I've ever seen. Now, last time when these two teams play, the Chargers defense did not look great. And plus, what Denver did, they ran all over them. And plus, their defense made Justin Herbert look bad and all that. They made the Chargers' offense look worse. So, yeah. But you know what? Last week again, when we seen the Chargers, the Chargers lost to the Texans. That was bad. They just let Rex run over them for a couple yards. And plus, they had so many turnovers in this game. That was kind of crazy. But you know what? I think the Chargers are going to play better this week. I think they do play a lot better than they did the last game, but I think that their defense will get in coverage. I think they're going to slow down the run really good. And plus, I think their offense is going to move the ball and all that. And probably I think the Chargers offensive line is going to give Herbert time and all that, and give Austin Eckler time for a carry to rush for rushing yards, since he's very capable. And plus, Denver's run defense has not been great, so Austin Eckler should be able to go off and all that. So yeah, I think the Chargers defense does play better this game too. But you know what? I kind of feel like the Broncos are inching closer to missing the playoffs, though, because they're starting to collapse a little bit. I mean, they're just bad. I mean, I just don't think Denver's that good. Like, I feel like Denver is just overrated. But you know what? And plus, Teddy B's probably not going to play in this game, so they're going to have Drew Lock. Because if Teddy B plays, then I think it's going to be close. But if he does not play, I think it's going to not be close. Because Drew Lock is not a good quarterback. So, yeah. But you know what? If long as Drew Lock doesn't play terrible, then I think they can keep it close. But you know what? Since it's in LA, I'm going to go with the Chargers here. Because I got the Chargers 31-17. I just kind of feel like the Chargers are just the better team, and I just feel like they have the better coach, and they also have the better quarterback. And they're at home. So, yeah. So, I got the Chargers winning this game, and I honestly absolutely got the Chargers covering. Next game, we have the Houston Texans versus the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are favored by 12.5. Now, this game right here is going to be very interesting to see. Now, this game can go either way, though. But this game, I mean, here's the thing. When I look at the matchup, though, I mean, here's the thing. I don't really know who's going to be playing at quarterback. It's going to be Jimmy G or Trey Lance. I mean, if Trey Lance plays, I don't think it doesn't matter. Because here's the thing. The Texans beat the Chargers by a lot of points. I mean, Davis Mills went off on them. And they ran all over them. So, yeah, but you know what? I think with the Niners, but the Texans, they still have one of the worst rosters in the league. But you know what? The Niners roster is solid because they have lots of talent. I mean, Deebo Samuel is a little underrated. I mean, George Kittle is really good. Brandon Ayuk is still solid. I mean, their run game is really good. Their offensive line is good, and their defense is really good. So, yeah, but you know what? We can really see Trey Lance have a big day if he plays. But if Jimmy G plays, he could have a big day. But you know what? I just feel like that their offense is going to be too much for the Texans' defense to handle. And plus, the Texans' offensive line is not good, and their Niners' defense is solid. They should be able to dictate that pace right there. So, yeah. So, by the way, I'm going to pick the 49ers to win this game 24-13. I mean, I just feel like the Niners is a better team. They have the better coach. They're at home. So, yeah. So, I got the Niners winning this game and the Niners easily covering. Next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 5.5. Now, when I look at this game, this game's going to be very exciting to watch. And it could go either way, though, because here's the thing. The Cowboys' offense has been very consistent, while the Cardinals' offense, they have been collapsing a little bit. Because here's the thing. The Cardinals' offense did not look really well versus the Colts. And plus, they did not look well versus the Lions, though. I mean, their offense has not been the same without DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, that's why they've been starting to collapse a little bit. But you know what? I think what the Cowboys defense can do, I think maybe they can get a little pressure on Kyler Murray and probably give this Cardinals offensive line and his running game some fits. And plus, the Cowboys' pass defense is really solid. It's like underrated. So I think maybe the Cowboys, maybe they at least get a matchup for AJ Green. Or maybe they can at least get a matchup for Christian Kirk. Maybe we can at least put Trevon Diggs on AJ Green or Christian Kirk or something like that. So, yeah. But I don't know if they do have a safety, though. But I think we can put Hooker on maybe Zach Ertz. So, yeah. And also, the Cardinals secondary is very, it's not that special. I just kind of feel like the Cowboys on offense are very explosive. And plus, they got Amari Cooper, who's been a stud. They got CeeDee Lamb, who's been a stud. Michael Gallup, a little underrated. Dalton Schultz is very good. I just feel like the Cowboys are going to move the ball. And I think their offensive line is going to give Dak Prescott time. And I think Zeke Elliott, he's going to at least run for a couple yards in this game. And I think they should be able to at least extend drives and create play action and all that. So I think with Kellen Moore's offense, with his game plan is going to work. And I think the game plan for Dan Quinn will work too, because I think his defense is really good. So, yeah. But you know what? I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think it will be super close, though, because we can really see the Cardinals win this game, though, on the road. Because last time when these two teams played, the Cowboys had Andy Dalton starting, and the Cardinals' defense made Andy Dalton look bad. But you know what? It's going to be Dak versus Kyler Murray right now, which is going to be exciting to watch. But I think this game right here is going to be very close. And I think it's going to be very competitive, though. But it will be a shootout, though. But you know what? I kind of have no trust in the Cardinals right now, because the Cardinals, they're on a losing streak, and how the way they've been losing, how the heck they lose to the Lions? That's crazy. They lost to the Rams, and they lost to the Colts. But you know what? Since the game is, if this game was in Arizona, I would pick the Cardinals. But since this game is in Dallas, I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win this game 34-30. So, yeah. So, I'm going with the team that's at home, the team with the better coach, and also the team that's not slumping. So, yeah. So, by the way, I think this Cowboys offense is gonna at least play well, and I think they're gonna put up a fight against Arizona. The reason why I got it close, because I think the Cardinals are gonna try to put up a fight, but I don't know. But I think the Cowboys. So I think their offense might have a big game. So yeah. Now I think their defense is gonna do a good job slowing down the run really well. So yeah. And plus, the Cowboys offense is playing a lot better. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win this game. But I will take the 5.5, though. Because I think what the Cardinals can do offensively, I think they should be able to put up a fight against Dallas. I think they're going to move the ball against Dallas. So, yeah. And I think Kyler is going to keep pace. But if Kyler Murray doesn't play garbage, then I think they keep it close. But I think it will be a shootout type game, though. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals to cover the 5.5, but I will take the Cowboys to win the game. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions versus the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 7, and I'm going to keep this one short, though. Now, Seattle was really played well against Chicago last week. The last seconds, their offense looked bad. They came up short on the Bears. The Bears made a comeback. So yeah. So we can see this game go either side because the Lions have been really putting up fights against teams since Jared Goff was playing. But you know what? The Lions defense is real. I mean, both their secondaries is not that good. So yeah. But I think we can see this game be a little bit of a defensive game. But I don't really know if Jared Goff's going to play. But if Jared Goff plays, then I think it's going to be close. But if he doesn't play, then I'm guessing that it might be a blowout, though. Because here's the thing. The Lions' offense is not great. And Seattle's offense has been a little bit better, though. But their defense has not been looking great. At least it's playing well. But you know what? Since I don't really know if Jared Goff will play, but I'm just predicting that he might play, I don't know. But you know what? This could be the last home game for Seattle. And this is the last home game for Seattle. And this could be Russell Wilson's last time as a Seahawk. But you know what? I'm probably going to go with the Seahawks here to win this game 27-17. I mean, I just kind of feel like Seattle is just a more complete team. And plus, they have more weapons on offense. And also they have the better quarterback, the better coach, and they're at home. So yeah, I mean the Lions secondary is bad. So I don't think they're gonna have. I don't think they're gonna have a matchup for Seattle. I mean DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett's gonna go off. I mean yeah, Russell Wilson's gonna have a big day. So yeah, so give me the Seahawks to win. But in terms of the points, this is kind of tough. I'm going to go with the Seahawks to cover. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take Seattle to at least win and cover this game. Next game, we have the LA Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. Rams are favored by 3.5. Now, this game's going to be very interesting, though. Now, this can go either way, though, because I don't really know if Lamar's going to play. But if Lamar does play, I could barely pick the Ravens to pull off the upset. And I think they can keep it close. But you know what? Tyler Huntley has been looking really good for like the past several weeks. Because they were able to put up a fight against the Packers without Lamar. And they were able to put up a fight against the Browns. But they didn't really do enough to win those games. And plus, Ryan Tannehill did not. Especially with Josh, and plus the Ravens did not look great, especially they did not look great on either side of the ball versus the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals ran all over them. They went off. I mean, yeah. But you know what? I mean, the Rams offense was starting to Matthew Stafford almost looked at bad versus the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings, they really picked them off 3 times. I mean, that was kind of crazy, though. And plus, the Rams defense is really good. And their pass rush really played really well against the Vikings. I mean, but despite the 3 interceptions that Matthew Stafford threw, they were still able to overcome and win the game. Now, here's the thing. The Ravens have so many injuries in the secondary. So I don't really think they're going to have a matchup for Cooper Kupp and OBJ and Van Jefferson. I mean, I just kind of feel like those guys are going to have a big day. I mean, give the ball to them. I mean, yeah, they're just going to run past that Ravens secondary. So, yeah. And plus, I think their defense does match up well with the Ravens do. So maybe they can at least put Jalen Ramsey on. Maybe put him on Marquise Brown or something like that. And I don't know if they're going to have a matchup for Mark Andrews, which that's in question. Maybe they can put Jordan Fuller on him. So, yeah. So I think the Rams run defense is going to play the run well. They're going to crowd. They're going to load the box really good. Plus, since the Ravens running game is not special. And plus, they don't have a great offensive line. So yeah, the Rams defense should be able to dictate the pace right there. So I think they're gonna slow down their offense. And plus, the Ravens' run defense is good. We can see them slow down the Rams' offense too. But you know what? Sometimes the Rams' defense sometimes might not want to be ready to play against tough quarterbacks. So yeah, because we could barely see the Ravens come out and win. But you know what? I would not be surprised if it was a blowout though. But I think it's going to be close, though, because I think if Lamar plays, I think they will keep it close. But if he doesn't play, then I think it's going to be a blowout, though. But I know the game is in Baltimore, though. But you know what? I think it will be a shootout and a high-scoring game if Lamar does play. But I think it's going to be close, though. But you know what? I'm going to go with the Rams to win this game 33-30. Because I just kind of feel like the Rams' offense is way too explosive, and they should easily move the ball against this Ravens secondary. So yeah, and plus their defense should be able to make enough plays. So yeah, I'll take the Rams to win, but I'll also take 3.5 points with the Ravens with 3.5 points because I think they keep it close though if Lamar does play. So yeah. So I'm going to say the Ravens win this game. I'm going to say the Ravens keep it close because I think the Ravens going to try to make a comeback. But I'm predicting the Rams will come up short. The Ravens will come up short if they try to score on them. So I'm going to take the 3.5 points with the Ravens. But I'll take the Rams to win this game. And maybe that's probably going to help them maybe clinch the NFC West if they win. If they can win out and the Cardinals lose out, then the Rams clinch the division. But if the Cardinals win out and the Rams lose out a little bit, then I'm thinking the Cardinals win the division. So that's how it's going to go. So hopefully Matthew Stafford has a big game and plays well this game. But I would not be shocked if this game was a low-scoring game and a defensive game. So yeah. So I got the Rams. Got the Baltimore covering and the Rams winning. Next game, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. Packers are favored at 6.5. Now, I'm going to keep this one short, though. Now, here's the thing. The Packers defense. I'm looking towards the matchup, though, because this is the Packers run defense versus the Vikings rushing attack. Now, for the past several weeks, the Packers defense did not really do well stopping the run. They kind of defend the pass really good, but not enough. Especially their their defense did not do really good stopping the run last week versus the Browns. Nick Chubb ran all over them a little bit. And plus, that's about it. The Browns, they were about to come back, but the Packers defense really made a stop at the end of the game on the last drive. But you know what? The Vikings don't have a great offensive line, though. But you know what? Since I've kind of found out that Kirk Cousins is on the COVID list, which that's gonna hurt their team a little bit. But I don't really know who's gonna be starting at quarterback, though. So that's the question, though. And plus, the Packers secondary and plus Justin Jefferson has been the best receiver, though. So maybe they can at least put one of their corners maybe on Justin Jefferson. Or maybe put either Russell Douglas, Eric Stokes, Kevin King, and hopefully Jair Alexander comes back. But you know what? I think they're going to take away. With Kirk Cousins not playing, I think the Packers secondary defense is going to take away Justin Jefferson. Or maybe I say they can at least double team him or something. So, yeah. And plus, the Vikings defense has been playing really well for several weeks. They played really well against the Rams, but they didn't do it enough. But you know what? I have no trust in the Vikings right now because the Vikings are terrible this year. I mean, after that loss to the Rams, I can't trust them because I feel like their season is over. And plus, there's no way I'm going to pick them to beat the Packers again because I picked them last time and they won. But they're not going to beat the Packers again. They're not going to beat them 2 times in a row. I mean, they're not. I mean, the Packers, have owned the Vikings for like years. So, yeah. But you know what? If Kirk Cousins was playing, they could keep it close. But if Sean plays well, then I think they keep it close. Because if the Vikings offense play well, then they keep it a little close. But I wouldn't be shocked if it was defensive, though. But you know what? The Vikings' pass defense is nothing special. And plus, the Packers, have a really good offense. And they're really good at moving the ball against overrated defense. So I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to have time. And plus, the offensive line should play great. And they should give Aaron Jones a lot of time to at least run over a couple yards, a carry. And plus, they should pass the ball on them. Like, the Vikings' pass defense is not good. So just give the ball to Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams might have a big day. And plus, he's going to, because Devontae Adams, he's like the most uncoverable receiver we've ever seen. So, yeah. So they're going to create play action. They're going to extend lots of drives. They're going to run the ball on them and all that. So, yeah. Because I don't really know what the Packers defense is going to be able to at least slow down Dalvin Cook. Because here's the thing. Like I said, the Packers' run defense has been looking a little shaky, though. But you know what I really think what the Vikings can do? They can probably at least say maybe they can look at the Browns game, or maybe look at the Ravens game or something like that. Maybe they can. What I think what they can do, I think they should be able to at least run the ball on Green Bay. So, yeah. But especially the Vikings' offensive line might open up holes, but their offensive line is not great. And plus, the Packers' run defense is really good. But I think their run defense could play better this game, slowing down Dalvin Cook. So, yeah. So I feel like the Vikings, their corners are not that great. So, the Packers' offense should be able to move the ball and create play action. So, yeah. But I wouldn't be shocked if Green Bay blows them out. Because if they can get up early, then they might blow the Vikings out. But you know what? I still predict it's going to be a little bit closer, though. Because Justin Jefferson is uncoverable. But you know what? Green Bay, I feel like they're going to cover Justin Jefferson. So, yeah. But I'm going to take the Packers to win this game 28-23. I just don't feel like the Vikings are going to have more to play for because I kind of feel like the Vikings, they're not going to make the playoffs this year. And plus, Green Bay is trying to fight for that number 1 seed. So, yeah, and plus, the Packers offense should have a big game and move the ball against an overrated defense like Minnesota. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take the Packers to win, but I will not take the Packers to cover because here's the thing. Like I said last week, their defense did not play well, stopping the run a little bit, and they still won the game versus the Browns. So, yeah, I think their run defense plays better, and I think their pass defense plays a lot better, and I think their offense might look a little better. But I wouldn't be shocked if they scored 30 points. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings to cover the 6.5, and I will take the Packers to win the game. If Green Bay wins the game, Aaron Rodgers is the MVP, and they still stay at the 1 spot. So, yeah, I'm picking Green Bay to win this game, and hopefully Aaron Rodgers could be the MVP and also clinch that 1 seed if they win out. All right, next game we have one of the worst games that you guys do not want to watch. It's the Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cleveland is favored by -3, but I kind of call it a trap game for some reason because this game right here can go either way. Now, here's the thing. lots of people are betting on the Browns because here's the thing. The Browns offense, the Browns were able to at least put up a little fight against the Packers, though. But they really didn't do enough because Baker Mayfield was awful last week. Here's what he did. He was running the sacks. He was throwing the ball behind wide receivers and throwing the ball against two defenders. That's how bad Baker Mayfield is. And plus, on the other hand, the defense is so inconsistent. At least it played better last week. On the other hand, the Steelers, their offense totally not looked it well versus the Chiefs. Their Chiefs defense made Big Ben and that offense look bad. And plus, that Steelers defense, it did not play that well. The Chiefs ran all over them. Patrick Mahomes had a big day. So, yeah, but you know what? I think what the Browns can really do on offense, they can run the ball on Pittsburgh, and they can pass the ball on Pittsburgh a little bit. Because I don't really know if their corners are really good at getting coverage. Because Jarvis Landry is really good, and Jonathan Peoples-Jones is kind of solid, but he did not look good. But you know what? Austin Hooper looked really good a little bit last week. So, yeah. But you know what? It could go either way, but I don't know who to pick here. Because both these two quarterbacks, they suck. Baker Mayfield sucks, and so is Big Ben. So, yeah. I'm not a fan of either of them quarterbacks, though. But you know what? They both match up well really good, though. But I like to say the Browns do have a better secondary, though, because here's the thing. I think they will have a matchup for Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool, because maybe we can at least put Denzel Ward maybe on Deontay Johnson or Chase Claypool, or maybe we can put Greg Newsome on one of these guys. But since their tight end's hurt, maybe you can put John Johnson on one, a backup tight end or something, which he can cover. And plus, their offensive line is solid. They can find a way to run block and probably block TJ Watt. And plus, the Steelers, their offensive line is not good, and their run game is not great, which I think the Browns' defense can do. I think they can play the run really good, and they can at least crowd the box. Like, they can slow down Najee Harris. And plus, since the Steelers' offensive line is atrocious, like, they can't pass block and all that, and they can't protect the quarterback really good. So, yeah, but you know what? I kind of feel like that the Steelers kind of do have a little bit of momentum in this game. And plus, the Steelers' offense, I feel like their offense is going to play better this game. And I think their defense is going to play a lot better this game than they did last week. I think what they can do, they can look at the Packers game. Maybe they can say that maybe they can at least slow down Nick Chubb. I think they're going to slow down Nick Chubb, and I think that they're going to at least give Baker Mayfield a tough time, like create pressure and also getting coverage that good. Maybe we can at least put Joe Hayden maybe on maybe Jarvis Landry or Peoples-Jones, or maybe we can at least put the secondary, or maybe we can put Mika Fitzpatrick on Austin Hooper, which that could be a really good matchup. So, yeah, but you know what? But I remember this game from last year in the playoffs when the Browns defense made Big Ben look, when the Browns really won that game, because what they did, they ran all over Pittsburgh, and plus they really was passing the ball on them, and plus their defense made Big Ben look bad. But you know what? It's kind of tough to say who's going to win, because anybody who wins this game, keep their hopes alive. But if one of these teams, because if one of them don't win, their season's done. Here's the chance. If the Browns don't win, their season's over. If the Steelers don't win, their season's over. So, but you know what? Since this game is in Pittsburgh, though, and it's in Heinz Field, which is a tough place to play at, though, it's kind of hard to say who's gonna win. Like, but you know what? The game is in Pittsburgh, and since the game is in Heinz Field and it's on prime time, I think this game will be close though. But I'm gonna go with the upset here. I'm gonna take the Steelers to pull off the victory in a close defensive game. I just kind of feel like what the Steelers can really do on defense. I think their defense is going to make more plays than Cleveland. I think their defense is going to at least play the run really well. In the secondary, I feel like it's going to get in coverage as well. And I kind of really feel like Big Ben's going to get a little bit momentum here. And I think he's going to at least find a way to have time. And plus, like I say, if Baker Mayfield doesn't play garbage, then I think the Browns can find a way to keep it close and win this game. But if Big Ben doesn't play garbage, then the Steelers find a way to keep it close and win the game. So that's how it goes. But you know what? I just kind of feel like this game right here is an either way type game, and I feel like it's going to be sloppy this time. But it was sloppy last time, and the Steelers won that game. Because last time when they played, the Steelers won this game. I think the Steelers defense make more plays. And I think their offense is gonna start creating play action and extend drives and make more plays. And plus, if the Browns try to get up, if they come to the end and try to score on the last drive, I think the Steelers are gonna come. I think they're gonna come up short with the Steelers defense stepping up. That's how I'm gonna predict it. So I'm kind of feel like this is the last home game for Big Ben. So I feel like this is the last home game for the Steelers, and also this will be the home game finale for Big Ben, as he's gonna say goodbye to the team, which I don't really think there's gonna be a loss because Big Ben's really not that good. So I think the offense is gonna play better this game. So I feel like it's gonna be a must-win for the Steelers if they want to stay alive. Because the Steelers could win the division if the Browns, Bengals, and Ravens lose out. But the Browns can win the division if the Steelers lose out and the Ravens lose out and the Bengals lose out and the Bengals win out and the Browns win out. So but if the Steelers win out and the Browns, Ravens, and Bengals lose out, then the Steelers win the division. That's how it's gonna go. But I don't really know how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna take the Steelers to win. But I will not take the Steelers to cover because here's the thing. The Steelers defense did not did really well last week against the Chiefs. They didn't really stop the run. They didn't defend the pass really well. They didn't get in coverage. So, So I think what the Browns are capable of doing, I think the Browns offense is more capable of doing these things, which I think they can run since they have a great offensive line, which they can run the ball in Pittsburgh and pass the ball in Pittsburgh to at least run all over them a little bit. But I don't think the Steelers offense, I don't think both offenses are going to do much in this game. So that's going to be challenging. So I'm going to take the Steelers to win. But I'm going to take the Browns to cover. But I'll take the Steelers to win this game. But if they do not win this game, if they don't win this game, their season's over. So So I'm taking the Browns to cover, but I'll take the Steelers to win this game, and hopefully Big Ben has a good game this time on his last home game of the season. Well, all right, guys. That's all of my Week 17 predictions. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And also, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below what you think your Week 17 predictions are. Well, I also want to tell you guys Happy New Year. And I really know that 2022, I'm hoping that 2022 can be a really good year for us and a better year for us where we can see which things we'll get. We can at least come out with bigger and better things throughout the year. So, yeah, also want to tell you again, Happy New Year. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys later. Peace.